Okay, folks, remember that jar of Guinea burger I showed you in the woodshed yesterday? I decided to open the jar up and warm some up. Of course, they're already cooked, right? And you can probably see the grill marks where I seared both sides. And the inside was raw, and I just put them in the jars. Well, I just opened up a jar and just put the broth and burgers right in the cast iron frying pan. And this is an 8-inch cast iron. So what I do is I've nibbled on that one, folks. So what I do is I warm them up right on top of the wood stove. Let those burgers warm up in their own juices. And yeah, as you can see, the burgers really hold up, even though it was lean meat. See that? Look at that. Huh? Holding up really well, and they're nice and moist inside. They're not a tough burger at all. Now, these burgers are a serving size each, so they're about the size of like a biscuit. And I always use a square. I think I got this at Dollar Tree years ago. A square-ended spatula. I really like a square-ended spatula, so you can really get down flat. They're really good for eggs and whatnot. So I keep it simple, I keep it practical, and if it works for me, and if it only costs me $1, I'm happy. So what I will do is, these burgers are all warmed up. I'll probably finish eating that one just like that, and I'll save probably one of these for tomorrow, and I'll put a piece of cheese on that and put it on a bun. And with that broth right there, I'm going to make a gravy out of it, and so it'll be Guinea broth gravy, and I'll put it over some biscuits. So pretty simple. This right here, well, probably this right here. So I'll have 2 servings of meat. I really like my meat, folks. 2 servings of meat with cheese and a bun. And I know there's onions and green peppers in there, but I probably will not have a vegetable tonight. I know, shame on me, I know. But I'll make up for it, probably tomorrow. And, but see, I don't know if you can see that juice coming out of there. They're really moist, and the burger holds up. Now, what I do when I make the burger, in order for them to fit into a pint-wide mouth jar, all I do is take the lid, and I form the burger, the band. I form the burger in the screw-on band, and that's the perfect size to fit inside the jars. Now, you don't have to make them this thick at all. You can make them a lot thinner, and you can fit 4. When I do my chicken burgers, I usually end up making 4, putting 4 in a pint jar. So that'll make awful nice gravy, folks. Awful nice gravy. So that's one way I use up my burgers. And again, you know, I'll just sometimes just take a burger and put it on a plate and just take a fork and eat it just like that. This is so good, you don't need mustard or ketchup or relish or anything. So there you have it, folks. Some of you have been wanting to know how I eat my canned produce. Well, here's a start, folks. Now, I want to remind you that I am in my house and it's after dark, and I took my solar outside light, and I brought it in so I could do this demonstration. Usually I just have a headlamp on when I'm cooking after dark, and that's when I eat most of my meals, is after dark. So I hope you all appreciate way back when the women would stand for hours cooking on a wood cook stove, or a wood stove of any kind, because it does get very warm next to the stove, folks. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. It's a little primitive, and but that's how I cook, is right on top of that wood stove. And I also do a lot of grilling outside in the summertime. So, but if propane keeps going up the way it is, I'll just make an outside some sort of outside container, and I'll cook over that. The wind blows so much here that I have to make sure it's safe though. But when times get hard, we just make do, folks, you know? And cooking on a cook stove seems like a lot of fun to a lot of people. People really enjoy hearing me talk about all the things I can make on my wood stove. But it's just part of my life, and it's part of the norm here. And I just live simple. I just live simple, folks. Just live simple. No sense in wasting. The heat's already coming from the stove, so why not use that heat to cook with or warm your meal up? I've cooked pancakes, I've cooked bread, I've fried, well, I have fried eggs here an awful lot because I have my chickens. Fried eggs, fried potatoes, you know, you take you take a cast iron pan and put it on a wood stove that's going pretty good right now because it's cold out. And you put your potatoes in there and they crisp right up nice, folks. So there's part of it. There's part of the cooking on the wood stove with what I can.